Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Mount Vernon woman lost her home and dog to a fire. And Governor Andy Beshear made another announcement for the Skyview housing development.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6:31 on August 2nd. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Now it was dry overnight, but a lot of exciting things were happening. A huge moon and meteors.
Yes, and we have some. We don't have it right now, but I hope to have it for you here pretty soon. If we don't have it before the end of the newscast, we'll have it on the web story a little bit later on. But we've got some new video from one of our security cameras up on top of Buffalo Mountain. It's going to show in high definition detail that meteor coming through. We just happened to be scrolling back to the security footage and caught it. So hopefully we'll get that in before the end of the newscast. If we don't, we'll have it in the web story later on. But anyway, let's talk about current conditions this morning. A little bit of fog outside at Pikeville there in the Pikeville Commons Shopping Center area there. 61 US 119 US 23 intersection back over there toward all those Food City and all that, back toward Buffalo Wild Wings over that way this morning. Again, it's chilly out there. Temperatures in Pikeville in the 60s there, low 60s at that, mid 60s, 64 Moorhead, Monticello, 62 Jackson, and a lot of low 60s and mid to upper 50s. Clintwood, 52 this morning. This afternoon, up to about 87 before the clouds start to roll in a little bit later today. That's going to take us down a few notches. But again, I think we stay dry during the day. In the nighttime hours, that could change. The latest in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon. Kentucky State Police are investigating a fire that destroyed a woman's home. A man was arrested after the fire destroyed the home on Kelsey Drive in Mount Vernon. The homeowner says a dog also died. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to the devastated homeowner.
We was all swimming and we seen the fire truck come by.
Candy Daly came home to find her house in ruins.
It's heartbreaking. I've worked so hard for my kids' stuff. I had just bought all new appliances. We had a brand new washer and dryer set. It's just gone. Everything's just gone.
Daly says neighbors told her that a man was seen going inside the home before the fire started. After the fire, a beloved dog, Chase, was nowhere to be found.
We think he crawled in underneath my daughter's bed, and that's where he burnt, but we're not for sure yet. They haven't found him because he was black and brown.
Jason Bullock was arrested there at the scene of the fire. He was charged with alcohol intoxication and trespassing. He was released from the Rockcastle County Jail after posting bond. However, Kentucky State Police say they are still investigating all of this, and it's likely that information will be presented to a grand jury for a possible indictment.
Police said while speaking with Bullock, they could tell that he was manifestly under the influence of alcohol. Officers were also told that Bullock was seen going into Daly's home where he was not supposed to be. Daly says the future for her is so uncertain now.
I mean, we've lived here almost 10 years. Everything we had just gone. My son lost his PlayStation and all of his controllers and all of his school clothes.
Daly says the Red Cross has helped them, but they still need to find a permanent home. In Rockcastle County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Fire officials say 2 firefighters were hurt battling the fire, but the injuries are not life-threatening. State police are investigating after a woman was found dead in Letcher County. KSP received a call late Monday night regarding a woman who was found unresponsive on Bald Mountain Road in Whitesburg. The preliminary investigation indicates 40-year-old Patricia Deathridge of Whitesburg fell over an embankment. She was pronounced dead at the scene by the Letcher County Coroner's Office. Her body was taken to the medical examiner's office. No foul play is suspected. The despair continues after the death of a 17-month-old toddler in Bell County. She died Sunday after police say she was sexually assaulted. The child's mother, Erica Lawson, is charged in connection with her death, and police say more arrests are possible. Last night, the Middlesboro community came together to support the family. WYMT's Madison Carmouche was there.
The Middlesboro community is mourning the loss of baby Elena together.
This is important because our community is tore apart right now because of this tragedy. This vigil gives our community a chance to grieve for this child, and it also gives them just a way to express their concerns. Our community needs this.
Reverend Stephen Temple says that he felt called to do something for this family.
When this type of thing happens, this travesty, this tragedy that we've had to endure the last few days, it makes us all aware that that could be my child, that could be my grandchild. And if I don't stand up and speak now for this child, maybe somebody's not going to stand up and speak for my child.
Temple hopes people understand their role in protecting the children of the community. Elena's father says having his own community behind him makes things a little easier for him.
It's a thing where we've all come together, and it's brought so many people really far together, actually, and it's a great feeling, honestly, to see everybody try to help me and help Elena. Even though she ain't got no voice, we're her voice as a community.
The vigil included words to the family from pastors, the mayor, and the Commonwealth's attorney. In Bell County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
Elena's father says that he hopes the community takes abuse seriously so that other parents do not have to go through what he's going through. A Lexington man and former Urban County Council candidate is facing federal charges in connection to the January 6th insurrection. The FBI arrested Barry Saturday at his home yesterday afternoon. Saturday is charged with a felony offense of civil disorder. Investigations say Saturday can be seen in several images detailing his alleged time at the Capitol during the attack. Court filings say he participated in what's called a heave-ho, putting his head down to brace himself and pushing against the backs of other rioters trying to get past police. One local fire department is mourning the loss of one of their own. The Cumberland River Fire and Rescue announced Oliver Sexton has died. Sexton served the Cumberland River Fire and Rescue VFD as well as the Whitesburg Fire Department. Officials say he served both departments for nearly 2 decades. We do not know the funeral arrangements for Sexton at this time, but we will post them on our website as soon as we get them. Earlier this month, Governor Beshear and Appalachian Regional Commission federal co-chair Gail Manchin announced $4.4 million in ARC funds to help bring water and sewer service to the Skyview housing development in Perry County and the future home of 2022 flood survivors. On Friday, the governor announced progress on the development, saying a bridge will be strengthened to allow trucks and other heavy equipment to access Skyview Lane.
We're looking forward to getting the infrastructure started so that people can see that light at the end of the tunnel. Developing a community of that magnitude is very expensive. It took all of our partners, our federal partners, our state partners, our local leadership to all participate together. We've worked really well with the city. Everyone has a role in getting that community development started.
The construction of the bridge began on Friday, July 28th, and it is expected to be completed in 4 to 6 weeks. A meeting is set for tomorrow in Harlan about proposed coal-fired power plant closings. The Public Service Commission is asking for public comment on the plan. By Louisville Gas and Electric and Kentucky Utilities, the meeting is set for Thursday, August 3rd at 5:30 p.m. at the Harlan County Courthouse. Judge Executive Dan Mosley says he is opposed to this plan for several reasons, including fears that electric bills will go up. Kentucky is in search of a new education commissioner. Current Commissioner Jason Glass announced his resignation Monday. He says Senate Bill 150 plus a change in the confirmation procedure for future commissioners were big reasons for his decision.
Education remains a wonderful profession. It is a great way to spend your life. I have never met an educator who, on retirement, didn't look back with anything but a lot of joy about where they spent their professional lives. At the same time, I need to say to the policymakers in Kentucky, you're making that really hard.
The Kentucky Board of Education will hold a special meeting in mid-August to determine the next steps and a timeline for moving forward. Disability Resource Center opened its doors in Hazard. The center has been operating for nearly 5 years. It serves disabled folks in Bell, Harlan, Leslie, Letcher, and Perry counties. Assistant Director Brenda Noble says they needed to upgrade their space because of how much they have grown.
After coming in and being able to go out in the community and promote the agency and get our name out, we have over 300 clients now.
Noble says she hopes to continue to grow the organization and serve even more people.
.641 here on this Wednesday morning. We are taking a look at the camera, not this specific camera, but the camera that captured the meteor streaking across the sky. But you see this camera is capturing the fog in the valley down that way this morning. And chilly, 55 up there on the ridge. Some clear skies right now, but the clouds will start building in before you know it. Look at that, 52 Clintwood, 55 Hazard, 56 Irvin, 58 Manchester, 59 Somerset, 57 in Williamsburg, 58 Middlesboro. The list goes on and on. 57 Ashland and Prestonsburg, 63 in Logan, one of the warmer spots in the region. Your outdoor forecast today features some warm temperatures, but we're also going to see some clouds start to increase as we head deeper in the day. Rain chances hold off until overnight now. We'll keep you posted on that here in a little bit. Olivia?
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. Florida is home to many things, and it has one disease that seems to spread there more than any other state in the country.